to where they both always do so well. Fnatic in terms of the kills, H2K in terms of the towers. And yes, they do have a good setup for fast pushing down a tower. If you have a lane swap, Nuno's great in lane swaps because you just send him, once you want to kill that tower, you just send him down to the lane with the AD carry, you block boil him, and you just take down that tower in a matter of seconds. And you play around, obviously, having vision control in the early game. So Nuno is great in that department. It's more going to be what can they do to protect that AD carry if they get in a big team fight. If H2K does not start getting down these towers early on, Huni will find openings through deep wards, which Fnatic will always go in place. Yellowstar is so good at finding openings to get deep wards down. That's where you get the teleport from a Hecarim with home guards. That's where your AD carry says, guys, I'm out. That's it. I mean,
down. He'll make sure he creates pressure around the map, whereas Kasing, he's going to want to set up his carry for some really, really early play. And I want to see how that dynamic goes down with the head-to-head. This is Kasing's first match against Fnatic, of course.
And honestly, it's the two best supports we have at the moment in Europe fighting against each other, and two really good roamers. Obviously, Yellowstar, always a lot of focus on division, where Kasing has been very aggressive. Like, he's going to flash in, stun your mid laner, and try and get a kill for Ryu in that lane if he sees an opening. That's another reason for well, I guess another reason for both teams, honestly, to lane swap, because it opens up for your supports to roam around a lot in the early game. What we have seen is teams give, like, instant level 2 to the Annie, just give it, like, the Grump. Obviously, help her, and she gets a Grump and she goes mid. Oh, Yellowstar. He's gonna find Kasing.
Yes, he is. And Kasing, he's got his stun built up, but will he get a chance to use it? Looks like he will. Flash as well.
Huni!
And here comes Huni once again, looking for first blood, and he gets it, cleaving Kasing in half.
Alright, and look Huni here. He didn't start any potions. What he wants to do is do the Raptor camp, then he goes back to base, and he buys a cloth armor, and then he's really strong. He gets instant level 2. The crowd loves him, as always. Now he's going to get even more gold. He's sitting on 600 now. And he kills the Raptor camp. This is going to be a very strong Hecarim coming back to lane. We will get standard lanes as well. So as we said here, what you can do in that Israel is just sit back and farm. And Huni with that advantage, so they're going to look pretty good in that lane.
Yeah, should be able to push Odoamne back as well. And speaking of Odoamne, he has started the cloth and pots. Going to go ahead and back away after he takes down the Razor Beaks. Meanwhile, in the bottom, Steelback Yellowstar able to push up freely as it took Yarn and Kasing just a moment to clear out the Krugs themselves. They don't have level 2 just yet either. There's a teleport for Huni. Back to lane.
Yeah, gets normally his W second, and that's his sustain together with the Flask armor, of course, and got that instant level 2. He's gonna bully Odoamne.
Oh, yeah.
This is exactly the same he did against Overpower last week.
And knock him right back. Magnar's pretty close, but Odoamne is still pretty low, and he's a level down. Gotta be careful, don't want to take that fight.
Go back to base, where Lulix, of course, is very healthy, but a Nuno gank early is not always the most effective, especially not against mobility targets that force that flash. He's gonna see him, though, on the Raptor.
To place the ward down, yeah. He's able to see exactly. Fairly even in farm between these two, despite the little edge. Huni's going to charge right on in as Odoamne hits level 4. He's not got nearly enough rage built up, though.
Otherwise, he's going to have to walk through the river, and that's where this ward should spot him in. And you can get quite some damage. So you slowly chip it down. Once you want to finish it, that's when Lulix joins, and you get the first outer turret. It's the thing H2K loves to do. And then you rotate the Caitlyn instead. You put a top lane. You do the exact same thing. You slowly take down the tower, and you create quite a gold lead from it. Now, Reign over second gang. Trying on Odoamne. Oh, by Rio. Bottom lane, we know the Caitlyn is going to push it on this Israel over and over. Maybe Yellowstar can do something. He needs to be careful he doesn't get collapsed on. Kasing is moving up now. Rio is moving down as well. And obviously, Reino.
Yellowstar at the end of the day, and a 1 support for Dragon is not a bad trade for H2K.
Oh, and look at the top lane here now. Odoamne is going to get quite some damage.
He's also got some serious tank stats. The Charm's going to land on Reignover. Orb of Deception and the Foxfire as well. He's got to be careful. Ryu's looking for some blood.
Again, it doesn't look like much. You lose a bit of damage, you lose a bit of HP on your tower.
Really that have made the difference. And actually, in a couple of lanes, we're seeing the farm advantage. Odoamne managed to grab some when Huni was gone. They weren't able to stop the Dragon. They burned a teleport, so there's a... But, yeah, H2K, they're playing this out very smart, and it's working out well for them, despite...
You can
can't take that away from them.
Debate too much anyway.
The fan favorite.
Yeah, regarding fan support here. H2K is still a fairly new team to the LCS. Haven't really picked up...
We couldn't guess by the Huni chance.
Too many fans yet, despite having some very good games here in the EU. Perfectly fine. He got back and got a pickaxe as well with the second assist. and then Reignover shows up for gank number 3. Oh, sorry, it's Huni. It's not even Reignover.
Yeah, Huni and Yellowstar are moving around, but there we go. The Timbers is going to land the boxes.
H2K completely shuts down this Caitlyn lane here. Will get a lot of damage on that tower. Meanwhile, Reignover went top lane to defend. Rio is now roaming up there, so they might be able to pick
here. Mega Gnar about to happen, but Reignover's here. And will he make his great escape? The Gnar into the wall. It's Huni and Reignover.
About now is your bottom lane. But Steelback is sitting, trying to wave that and backs away from this one. Yep. Again though, H2K, they keep and then just go for a dive. 10 minutes into the game. I mean, Huni is making some play.
Ranks. Very, very tanky here now. Starting to get that way.
I think on the bottom side, where Nuno is simply not able to respond. But by getting that tower, we know top tower is super low. So if Odoamne doesn't kill it now, you just swap Yanin up there after this dragon is going to get killed.
That second turret. So 2 towers roughly equals 5 kills. Now
we'll take quite some damage, and Odoamne now needs to be very careful.
He's ignited. There's Odoamne as he runs back down towards the middle. H2K have been thwarted there as well. They can't quite polish off the tower. They just need a few more hits. On exactly as we expected, Deficio.
Yeah, kills for one team, towers for the other one. Not 20 minutes yet. Rio's
more damage now. The Abyssal Scepter completed as well as a Fiendish Codex reveals himself. Just going to go ahead and clear the wave away.
The turret now, so suddenly your wards are going to be pushed up a notch here. Febiven, who used to be the H2K mid laner, and Rio, he's with. See if he can hold it. Lolix is there as the good bodyguard.
They should be able to do it, but now Fnatic are eyeballing this mid turret themselves. It's still pretty healthy, and there's a number of H2K members around.
Laughing a little bit. This is the joy of Caitlyn. Once you get out of the laning phase, you just plant your behinds in the mid lane.
Throws his flash. Ryu's on the chase. He throws the box down, but the charm's going to connect anyways. Here's Reignover. I think he's going to leave him for dead, though. And they take him down. It's Odoamne with the kill. Febiven should be able to get it. So, Kasing is able to dodge a little bit. There's a teleport now coming in for Hunia. Home guard, Hecarim. Here he comes. And Kasing goes down.
One for Fnatic. In that bottom lane, Febiven managed to take it. He's looking good on this LeBlanc. Question is just what can he do in the big team fights? He's going to be the one with Huni really to dive that back line.
Well, it's not the first time, too, that Febiven's had a good score line and still not had the greatest impact. Next dragon, less than a minute away, so everyone's starting to eyeball that side of the map.
And this is where these early kills really become important for Fnatic, because it means even Summoner's missing here for this potential fight. And you can see Odoamne, he's going to push in. Huni's not there to defend. So H2K is going to trade another tower for the H2K side.
Oh, Reignover comes in. The hook does not connect on Odoamne, but Reignover is going to get pulled back as he gets stunned.
I think that both side lanes are going to push back now from Fnatic side. And H2K need at least on an advantage on Caitlyn. She's very weak in a straight-up team fight at this point. He's
just going to go ahead and start up on the blue, but there's a few members there to defend. You might want to think twice about that one.
It's been part of every single...
The Ezreal Wait.
Now, by having a tough laning phase, or well, on paper against the Caitlyn, because of these early ganks, he got that early tier. He's been fully stacked already. He's going to get trained too far forward. You TP him behind, you kill them. So this is going to be a point wards around it. And 3 guys on the bottom side. Anyway, there's a wave pushing, but you can't really go for it. Again, there's too many wards for Fnatic. You can see how Huni's pinging on the minimap here.
Done just like that, and a Baron up Fnatic charging down the mid lane.
Obviously, Hecarim needs his TP back before we...
They know Huni can't necessarily come out of nowhere and make big plays. As long as he stays with the team, there's not a lot H2K can do here. You see the Dragon Shrine, or rather the Scuttle Crabs, already down. Reignover in the mix. Odoamne gets caught on a hook, and not done yet. Reignover burning away. Let's see if he can grab himself a little bit of health back. Huni in the front. They're going to catch Ryu as well.
Going to push this one and get inhibitor. You can go back, recall, reposition. Kasing obviously getting poked down again.
He's not had a great game.
H2K cannot team fight. The only thing they can do at this point is either... Yeah.
I mean, when you've got a Gnar about to go Mega having to flash away from the fight, something has gone horribly, horribly. Been a very large part of the team play in this particular game, Deficio.
It's been at least getting some very good picks. He got a good split push earlier as well. But really, I mean, again, it's... We talk someone 0. And then obviously, Jan in the next one.
Only one they've really got is Odoamne, and that's situational. So
it is always a tricky one. If you have like a comp that's built around a team who really knows how to push that mid-game lead, I didn't even see who was ahead of 20 minutes, despite us always talking about it. Two teams who, obviously, number 2 in the standings will be facing the...
One of the few brushes not warded out by Fnatic. We'll see if they take the bait. I feel like Fnatic might know a little bit more about death brushes, though.